Hey everyone, Clarky Shaw here, welcome back to another video. Today we're back on the series where I have not done in like 5 bajillion years, Zombies Replay. I can't remember what the episode number is at this point, I haven't even done it that long. The last episode we done was on the Zombies map Nuketown with Phoenicles. If you guys want to check out that video, you guys can. We're still into the Black Ops 2 era of things, just we're now doing Diarise. I have a guest, his name is FatMatt. Matt, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name's Matt, and I like Diarise. And
Right,
that's
Johnny.
how I'm starting this.
Alright, Johnny.
Hopefully you don't like it.
Okay. So, if you guys don't get the gist of the series, seeing as it's been so long, basically I bring on a Zombies YouTuber every single map and I ask them a question. Once they've answered that question, I will give my own personal take of the question. And normally these videos can be very long. Think of it as an interview for each map. I've never thought of it like that until now, but here we are. Sometimes I might have the same guest, sometimes I might have 2 or maybe more. But today is Diarise, and hopefully I will get to Mob the Dead Diarise, Mob the Dead Diarise, Mob the Dead and Buried soon, along with Origins. So yeah, and then hopefully we'll be on Exo Zombies soon, because we are not only doing Treyarch, but we're doing non-Treyarch as well. So I'm going to start the match, and Matt, are you ready to go, sir? Because as soon as I'm...
Yes.
Alright, I'm starting up the match. As soon as I see my gun, for anyone who knows, I play the game while I'm asking the questions here, because I'm kind of shit for getting pre-gameplay, and I'm kind of unoriginal. Yeah, so Diarise, again, if you guys don't know, this was the first DLC map for Black Ops 2 Zombies. So as soon as I see my gun, I'll ask Matt the question. Matt, you can go on for as long as you want with these questions, and if there's any question you can't ask or answer, you just say, I will pass. Alright. Alright, so here we go. So the first question I have is, what was your first personal experience when playing Diarise? Like, how did you feel when playing Diarise for the first time?
So, I didn't even know the elevator in the spawn room existed. I spawned in with one of my good friends at the time, so I was playing a co-op game. And I just remember opening that first door and then dropping down and running up to the wall and seeing the PDW was a wall weapon. Because at the time, that was like iconic, dude. Because I love the PDW in multiplayer, and the fact that they transferred it over to zombies was so cool. And I remember like looking up tutorials and gameplays and seeing like Syndicate and stuff. And I just have the most like ripe, awesome memories of Diarise. Like, it's a great nostalgia thing for me. I love that map.
I can also agree with this. One of my favourite weapons in Black Ops 2, multiplayer and zombies, is the PDW. It's not my favourite weapon, but one of my favourites. I just like how it's not necessarily a point weapon, it's a good weapon as well, but it feels a bit of a mix, and I like that about a weapon. And aside from the PDW here, Diarise itself, it was very strange because I kept getting confused with the map. Honestly, I kept getting lost. I was a little...
Dude, the layout did confuse me at first.
Yeah, I was a little baby noob. I honestly did not know where to go, and honestly, I didn't mind it. Honestly, finding the Sliplifier, when I think about it now, it wasn't that necessarily hard to find the parts. It's like, I think maybe on my second try, but as time went on, I just kept getting lost. I didn't know how to get back up. I didn't know how to get down. The elevators kept confusing me on how they
I remember
worked.
using the trample steams a lot and trying to just like get around. And it was annoying because like once you hopped over to the other building, we didn't really understand that you have to take like the entire route around the map to get back to one spot. Like, it's very hard to backtrack. That's one of the knocks of the map, definitely.
Along with that, Diarise to me, I like the map. I don't hate it. But Diarise as a whole, I don't necessarily mind it. I do not really mind it. That's really all I can say.
Neither do I. I think it's solid. I think it's fun. It's great for high rounds. The vibe is just cool. It's innovative. The only big problem I have with it is the Easter egg quest, because it's only 4 players, and it's honestly just pretty horrid. It's horrendous. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that Diarise Easter egg quest is just not good. But playing the map on its own, I just have fun.
Yeah, I definitely have fun doing solo high rounds. Like, if I was to do a map on Black Ops 2 for solo high rounds, Diarise would be up there. I actually do enjoy doing high rounds on this map.
Yeah, because it's really good for like a chill stream or whatever you're doing. You just grab that Sliplifier. You could shoot it, literally, just kill a bunch of zombies and listen to music and chill on stream. It's one of my favorite streaming maps for high round.
So for the next question I have for you, Matt, is the things that you don't necessarily like about the map.
Well, I definitely think the layout's a bit of a mess. It's not awful, but there's definitely some things that could change up. Like, I do think it should be easier to backtrack, as I was saying before. I think, man, things I don't like about the map. The elevators definitely need an upgrade in terms of you should just be able to call them whenever you go to them. Like, I don't think that the key should be a thing. I think you should just go up to the shaft and, hold square or X or whatever it is to call it where you are. I think that would make the map flow a lot better. And I think it would make you, like, you'd be able to strategize. Because sitting there and waiting sucks. And I don't know. The layout's definitely weird. The jumping jacks are really, really annoying. And the Easter egg quest is awful. And the Pack-a-Punch camo sucks too. I think that's pretty much it for things I don't like about Die Rise
Okay.
at this moment in time. It's a little too close quarters in some spots too, where like the cages are, where you build the sickle fire table, like in that area. I don't like how close quarters that is. I'm never gonna be over there unless it's the beginning of the game and I'm building the wonder weapon.
I could honestly, Matt literally just took the words right out from my mouth. The layout of the map, honestly, I don't necessarily hate it. I can get the feeling that they were going for with this map, like skyscrapers and stuff. Like, I can understand that, and when you think about it on the top of your head, it may be cool, but when it's actually shown on the table, it's like, it's not really like the top tier thing. But the layout, I got used to it after playing it a lot. You can say that for every map, sure, but the jumping jacks though, yeah, they were annoying as hell. I thought it was cool how there was a different variant of Nova Crawlers, sure.
So do I. I think they're cool, but they're annoying.
Yeah, same. Like, that's how I feel. Like, a lot of people as of right now in Black Ops Cold War hate play counts. I think they're cool, but oh man, they're not nice. They're not nice.
Oh, the
at all.
plague hounds, dude. They just need to be a little softer. They're bullet sponges. They need to be
yeah.
a little easier to kill. A little bit. Nothing crazy, just a little bit.
Yeah, and then apart from that, as for like the Easter egg, I'm a big person for Easter eggs. If you guys seen my Easter eggs for Days series, I do Easter eggs on a daily basis. No, as of recently, but apart from that, I like the Die Rise Easter egg. I don't mind it, but as for, I say maybe like it's the fact that it's 4-player. Like, I get it. There might be a solo
I hate when
mod
they do
in the
stuff like that.
future.
Like, at least duo, though. Sorry.
Yeah, honestly. Apart from that, it's like, if it's 2-player, okay, I can get that. Like, Mob of the Dead, I can understand. Or if it does a Shadows of Evil, where if you could do the majority of the Easter egg, but not the last step, but you could do something major with the last step, like, I'm fine with that. But, like, the fact that it's like, you need to do 4 players for basically every single thing annoys me. And that's why I didn't mind Black Ops 4 when it added in bots, how you can add in bots. Like, I don't know why they added in that system when there's no point unless you're just screwing around. But when I saw them added that, I was genuinely really happy, because if you needed to use 4 players for a certain Easter egg, adding bots, like, that could be a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient, honestly.
Yeah, so I was really happy when they added in bots, because I was like, if there's a 4-player Easter egg, this could be really helpful. But obviously nowadays, I think they're starting to know that not everyone has like a lot of people to play with when it comes to 4-player Easter eggs. So,
Exactly. I just think they're out. They're old news. Like, I don't think 4-player Easter egg should ever be a thing.
yeah,
Like, I get it, but it doesn't. It like kind of. I don't know what word I'm looking for. It kind of it chokes out the experience a little bit. Like, knowing you can't do the Easter egg unless you have a full squad is like, really, like, what if I just want to chill out, do it on my own or something?
yeah, definitely. I'm definitely like that all the time, honestly. So, yeah, 4-player Easter eggs, I don't necessarily hate them. It's just the fact that if like you don't have a squad ready or something, it's just it can be a pain in the ass. But
It really can be.
it's not saying that the fact that 4-player Easter eggs are bad. Well, at least in my opinion, it's just the fact that like you might not actually have players there to be playable with you. But apart from that, again, I don't really hate Die Rise, and again, jumping jacks, they're cool and all, but out of all the variants, I definitely would put jumping jacks at the very bottom of like a list, because holy shit. One,
I totally agree with you.
I find they're creepy as fuck. Two, I don't like them. Well, I like them. I think they're cool, but oh my god, like I'm wasting too many bullets on those motherfuckers, man. Honestly, so
Yeah, they're not as ugly as the Nova Crawlers, though. I think they're a little different because they're not as like stinky, you know.
oh yeah, I'll give it that. But yeah, those are the things that we don't necessarily like about Die Rise. So the next thing the next question I have for you, Matt, is the things that you would add to a map. So either keep the map the exact same and just like add a couple of things into it, or change the map completely, where maybe some layout changes were different or completely else. Or you can do both.
I just think it needs some polishing. That's it. I don't think it needs like a complete makeover. Like, it needs some rerouting, but for the most part, I like it.
Yeah, honestly, like, again, you could say this for every zombies map, like the layout is garbage, but like the more you play it, the more you just get used to it, and like that's how like when it comes to like layout stuff, I'm like, I'm not really that bothered by it, because like you can say this for every zombies map, but the more you play it, if you're willing to, you will get used to it eventually. So yeah, for the layout, I think it's fine. The Sliquifier, even though it's not as good as it was on release, it's still a pretty good wonder weapon. And honestly, I think the map itself is cool. The only thing I would change is that fucking make the soloable trick somehow if you came back to Black Ops 2. I know that's impossible, but if you did, please. But apart from that, I definitely think Die-Rise is quite cool. I do like some of the areas, the background and everything. There's really nothing much I'd add or change to the map. It's just get rid of the annoying stuff that does make it annoying. And like Matt said, like how you can just press X to call the elevator to you, even if it costs like a measly solid amount of points, and then you don't need to rely on the one key that you use, and then you never have it for the rest of the game. So honestly, definitely like I'd change to the point where like you can call for the elevator and it just come down to you. That is one thing I definitely changed overall, because I remember I'd done this Die-Rise Easter egg with Flamer Pork in LA one day, and oh man.
One thing I really like though is the spawn room.
Oh yeah,
I think it's really cool how you could choose either the elevator or, you know, you either do the elevator or you do the like the door. And I think that's cool. That's polarizing and puts you at a spot where you have to make a decision.
So the next question I have for you, Matt, is what do you like about the map? What are the things that you genuinely like about this map?
Genuinely like the wonder weapon. I genuinely like the high rounds. I genuinely like the skybox. I genuinely like the fact that you can get as many perks on the map as there is, meaning you could knife the special zombies to get perk drops. I like how one of the buildings is upside down. I think that's cool. And I like the amount of training spots, because if you get bored in one training spot, you could change it up. There's at least 4 or 5 solid training spots on this map, and there's a ton of camping ones.
For someone who always does Easter eggs and might not have always someone, Die-Rise is one of those maps where I would genuinely enjoy doing solo high rounds on this. And like Matt said, there's multiple locations for training, camping, whatever way you want to get to higher rounds, you know? It's all up to you. It's your choice. And I like that about Die-Rise. It's
diverse.
Yeah, I like the skybox. I like the Sliquifier, even though it's like not as good as it was on release. Definitely still like the Sliquifier. It's a cool ass wonder weapon, and just I don't know, man. Everything about it I just genuinely like about Die-Rise. It's when I think about it, I can understand the hate that Die-Rise gets, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, it's not really
genuinely enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I honestly don't mind Die-Rise at all, man. So yeah, those are the things I like about Die-Rise. So the next question, and as this series does go on, for disclaimer for future episodes, as episodes do go on, I will be answering, putting in new questions, judging on the game, or just any questions I could have put in previous episodes, but now putting in future episodes. So yeah, this is one of the, I'd say newer ones, but as of this point, because I haven't done this in like ages, it feels like forever the last time I've done this. But what do you think about the wonder weapon, the Sliquifier at this map?
Absolutely love it. One of my favorites. The only bad part about it is you can't upgrade it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
It's the only problem I have.
The Sliquifier upgraded, like, I know people are going to say, oh, but you can use mod tools and stuff like Black Ops 3, but that's Black Ops 3. We want Black Ops 2 upgrade to Sliquifier. We want to see how that bitch would work. But honestly, the Sliquifier is definitely really cool. Again, it is one of the best wonder weapons till this day, even after its nerf. So honestly, there's really not all much to say about it from the fact that it is a good wonder weapon. Again, like Matt said, the only thing I'd really change about it is bringing an upgrade into it, or even an upgrade quest. I know upgrade quests maybe weren't unless I'm wrong, but
like honestly, even if you couldn't, I wouldn't even be mad if you could just drop it in the Pack-a-Punch machine.
Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be mad at all with that.
They could have done elemental Sliquifiers, dude. Imagine, you know how there's like cartridges or like that blue cartridge disc you put in it? Imagine there was just 4 different colored ones.
Bruh,
and honestly, like one of them shot lightning, one of them was like a vacuum, like stuff like that would have been so cool.
Like genuinely good shit ideas, honestly. So yeah, honestly, if we had to change something about the Sliquifier, either elemental or just some way to like upgrade it, Pack-a-Punch it, whatever. But yeah, that's how we feel about the wonder weapon, the Sliquifier on Die-Rise. So for the next question I have for you, Matt, is Yeah, the Easter egg on this, in a sense, to me, in my opinion, can be quite popular for speedruns, and I know how people talk about Dire Rise as a meme and stuff, but the Easter egg as a whole,
Yeah.
and you could talk about both sides if you want, Richtofen and Maxis.
Okay.
What do you
So
think
personally,
about it?
I have never done the Easter egg. I've seen gameplay of it. I know there's some like decryption shit. You have to find like rocks with symbols or something. You have to shoot the totem pole things with the balls, set up the sickle fire or set up the trample steams around. I know you have to stand on elevators at the same time. It sounds like it's very annoying, but I do think it's really cool how you could do it in a couple minutes. Like I don't know what the record is, but I know it's like around 5 or 10 minutes or
Yeah,
something
it's like
ridiculous.
4 minutes maybe, and I'm not even surprised it would be somehow 2. I don't know why I'm getting 2 in my head, but I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
No, I feel though I feel like it's very, very low. It might even be like a minute and something, dude. Like I feel like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, the Easter egg as a whole, again, like, my only problem is that the fact that, like, oh, you need to be trample steaming, like, around in certain places. I don't necessarily like that stuff, just in case, like, you messed up, especially if, like, you're a newcomer in this day and age and you haven't done the Dire Rise Easter egg. Like, maybe if you played Dire Rise a lot, might be easy for you. Maybe you know some trample steam strategies to land in a specific spot, sure. But if you've maybe bought Black Ops 2 in the year 2021, and you've just played Dire Rise and you wanted to do the Easter egg, you want to do all the Easter eggs again, and it's just like, it's difficult. That's my only problem. The whole elevator thing, as long as you can understand it and as long as you get the hang of it, you're fine, honestly. I don't mind the elevator step, Galvin knuckling the big tower, I don't mind it. Easter eggs okay, as long as you have players who know what they're really doing, you should be fine, along with yourself as well, and just pray to the gods that like everything is okay with the stuff you need. But apart from that, that's really all I have to say for that one. So for the next, and this is optional, this is an optional one because I know most people might not focus on storyline unless you're fucking Milo or some shit, but the storyline of this map, if you know any storyline about this map, Matt, what do you think about it? And if you don't, just simply say pass.
From what I understand, they're kind of stuck in a loop almost, like they die and then they get sent back to restart.
Mm-hmm.
And Richtofen's in control of that if you go to his side. But from what I understand, they just have to light up like the pole or whatever. I don't remember what it's called, but they had to light up the thing for Maxis.
Yes.
If you choose Maxis' side, I think it serves a cool purpose in the Victus story, but I'm not too invested in this Victus storyline. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
You know, it's like we're playing as side characters, caring about the main characters. Like we care about Richtofen and Maxis, but we're playing from a side quest point of view. Excuse me.
Honestly, no, yeah, no. Good point, though. Good point. I've never thought of it like that before. How, like, the Victus characters are like side characters who just further provide stuff.
Yeah,
for
they
the main
just serve the
characters.
story. That's why I was so disappointed with Togder Toten, because they were just serving the purpose of the story. How did we not play as the Nick, like Ultimus and Primus? That will always boggle my mind.
Yeah, honestly, I'm that good point. Good point, though. Honestly,
Thanks, dude. That's
literally,
like
no, Matt, you've took the words right out of my mouth again, man. Holy shit, that is something I've never thought about before. I don't hate the Victus characters at all, but that point you just made there, holy shit, I can actually agree with. I don't hate the Victus characters. I think they're pretty.
no, neither
cool.
do I. I think they're likable.
I think they're pretty cool with like the whole Misty memes, along with just everything else. Marlton's story and Stoolinger's, I think that's pretty cool. Stoolinger's connection, along with just the transit crew. Again, it feels like a sidecast, especially how they were treated in Blood of the Dead specifically as well. So honestly, I could agree with Matt's point there. And again, I'm going to personally, for the storyline of Dire Rise, I'm going to skip. I don't really know anything much about it, apart from the fact that you just need to do some stuff for Richtofen and Maxis by the tower and giving them power. That's really all I know. But apart from that, Matt, fucking good points. Holy shit, my mind's boggled. So for the next, and this is the second last question, would you be okay with the map you're playing, which is Dire Rise, to come back as a remaster, which is the same map as it is as we have right now, but with completely different graphics, ultra graphics, and maybe some tiny bit of changes, or as a remake where some stuff's changed, like the layout, maybe added in a few elemental wonder weapons on there, or somehow even possibly both if they do both?
I mean, I'd rather have both, but if I had to pick one, I would probably be more interested in the remake just to see how they would handle it and what they would do. Because personally, I was a little bored of Zombies Chronicles very soon.
Mhm.
So I think it'd be better if they rerouted some stuff, had more fun, and remade it with a similar layout. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm honestly going to say, and again, chat, remakes can bring you better graphics as well and stuff. But the thing is, with a remaster, it mainly just relies on just better graphics and maybe like tiny changes, like a simple Easter egg, like the Samantha Doll Easter egg, and like maps like Shio and Numa of Erupt and stuff in Zombie Chronicles. But with a remake, the whole map changes as a whole. So honestly, as a Die-Rise remake, I'd honestly go for the remake as well. Again, like we said, I'd like if the layout changed, you can call the elevator, possibly upgrading the slick fire and stuff. So I'm honestly going to have to go for a remake. I'm sorry, Johnny, I know you want a fucking remaster, but I'm sorry, my bun. I'm going for a remake instead of a remaster for Die-Rise. But for the last question of the day, Matt, you're rated out of 10 for Die-Rise, and the reason why.
I think Die Rise is a solid 7. It's
Oof.
underrated because a lot of people would poop on it.
Hmm.
I think it's a solid 7 because honestly, I'll look at the map and I'll think about all the things I like about it, and that would make the score very high. But then I think about the things I don't like about it, and obviously that's going to knock it down some points. And I think Die Rise, I'm like, there's not a totally immersive story. There's no solo Easter egg, and the layout is annoying. But those are the 3 bad things compared to like the 15 to 20 things I like. So I think it's like a 7.
Damn, holy. Fucking Johnny J, you might have a friend here. Okay. My opinion for like Die Rise is like, when I look at Die Rise, I'm thinking, damn, this looks like a pile of shit. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the map itself is a piece of shit, but like when I look at it, I'm like, it looks kind of dull, grey aspect. But like as they say, never judge a book by its cover. When I play Die Rise, I'm like, damn, holy shit, this is actually quite fun doing solo high rounds. And again, if I was to do like the Easter egg, again, my only issue is that the fact that it's 4-player, and I am broke as of right now, and I don't have PC mods. Sorry, everyone. But apart from that, I think Die Rise is itself a simple 5 out of 10. I don't hate the map. I think it's okay. I wish there was more stuff to do, so I don't need to keep relying on doing simple high rounds, because as of right now, I only have Black Ops 2 on my Xbox, and I don't have it on PC as of yet. But we'll be getting a new PC and stuff soon, and when I do, I might have more players, might have more fun on Die Rise, because like when I see Die Rise on PC, it looks more fluid, fun, and Matt, you might have more experience on that, because I know you're...
Yeah. I haven't played on console in forever, honestly.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. But main reasons being is because I want to change the layout. I don't necessarily hate it, but would change it. The jumping jacks somehow make them less annoying. I think they're cool, but just somehow make them less annoying. Make the 4-player Easter egg not a 4-player Easter egg.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, honestly.
And apart from that, 5 out of 10. I don't hate the map. I think it's cool. I like the elevators. I like how it's all... I like the theme that Treyarch was going for with this map, and I think Jimmy Slinsky done a good job with it. So honestly, Die Rise, simple 5 out of 10 for me. Simple 5 out of 10 for me.
I think that's appreciable. Like okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. So that is all the questions that we have had today. So Matt's review on it is a 7 out of 10. For me, it's a 5 out of 10. Again, if you know me by now, I like all the maps. I do not hate any of the games or maps at all. I like ones better than others, but fucking hell, I do not hate any. But Die Rise, 5 out of 10 for me. Matt, 7 out of 10 for him. And yeah, that is basically the end of the long episode that we've been waiting for. That is motherfucking Die Rise. Hopefully Mob of the Dead will be quicker. I hope. Because, again, I haven't uploaded at this point in like 8 days. And I'm trying to get back into the swing of things now that I'm better. So, yeah. And I think it was good to start off with a proper video, which is the Zombies Replay series that I've been keeping on forever. So, yeah. But Matt, thank you for hopping on. If you guys haven't checked out
Thank you for
Matt's...
inviting me.
No problem, man. If you guys haven't checked out Matt's YouTube channel, along with his Twitch channel and his Twitter, go check him out, man. Honestly, the man posts some quality content. The man does some good shit. So honestly, go check out Matt in the description below, lads. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, click the notification bell, always subscribe to the channel. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video live stream, boys. And goodbye!